Welcome to Bear Essentials with BYERS. In today's Division 2 video, we're going to be discussing target practice. We're not talking about the game we love, we're talking about practice. So why are we talking about practice? Because target practice is one of the most overlooked ways of gaining XP. Now you can gain a lot of XP from control points with all 5 directives on. It's worth about 660,000 experience, but they're very hard and they're time consuming. Missions on exotic or legendaries are catastrophically higher, but again, take a long time unless you're cheating. Now, a few weeks ago, we had some people that were exploiting the target practice. I'm not talking about that. This is legitimate target practice for good levels of experience. Let me explain target practice and let me show you some in action. Let's break down some of the quick numbers. If you do it, you can look at these numbers and you can see with all 5 directives on heroic, you can do the range for 329,605 points. That's an awful lot, and it's a quick way. It's for 3 or 4 minutes of your time if you can complete it correctly. So let's go to one of the easiest target practice areas around. These don't always spawn. First of all, you have to have control of the control point in the area. And as you can see here, as we get closer, it's just down the way. So down through the alley, right across from this control point is where we're heading. In this control point, we have 4 rounds. In the first round, we're going to have to shoot 4 of the random selected targets. Second round, we're going to have to shoot 6 of those targets. In the third round, it'll be variation of 7 to 9 targets. And then in the last round, we'll have to shoot all the targets that are available at that target practice range. And they vary anywhere from 8 to 10 targets. So let's see it in action and how long it takes and what the reward is for this completion. So one of the things as we're doing this, you check in, you step up to the line, it'll give you a small 3-second countdown. There's your 4 targets, 1, 2, 3. On to the second round, we're going to have 6 targets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Third round, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 targets. Last round, again, we're going to have to shoot all 8 targets again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. If you hesitate or you take too long in round 2 or 3, your timer is going to be short. It's going to give you no carryover. It kind of gives you carryover. So the fastest you get each round done, the faster that carryover goes to the next round. So if you really goof up one round majorly, it does affect it where it's almost impossible to complete. I do not advocate any cheating or taking advantage of buffs, backdoors, any kind of thing that's set up to not play this game the way it's supposed to be. Control points are here to be played, and this is the level of experience they do. Now I'm going to show you this again. This time I'm going to use a new friend, and Diamond here is going to be taking the high targets because he's kind of new at the rifle range. I'm going to do my normal thing on the low targets. If I get mine done before he gets his done, I will help you out with his, or vice versa. So I'm shooting the low targets, he's shooting the high targets, and we're knocking this out. He's kind of new at the range thing, so it's taken him a little bit to get into it, but of course I've ran through this enough that it clicked right through there, and I'm a real tired bear there. So again, I want to explain some of the things that go on here. You want to select a good rifle. If you have too much of a scope, yeah, you can see the target just great, but you can't kind of see where the next target you got to go to is. So I like using the Eagle Bear. It has good rounds where I don't have to reload all the time, because again, when you go using all those directives, if every time you reload, you're going to lose all the ammo that's in your clip. So if you have 30 rounds left in your clip and you want to reload, you're going to waste all those bullets. My Eagle Bear can shoot 1 or 2 shots when I pull the trigger at the most, and it's not wasting a lot of ammo, and I can usually do at least the first 3 rounds without reloading, and that makes it a lot easier to do. I'm not getting caught with it's the timer starting and me in the middle of reloading. So that's kind of the down and dirty of doing these target practices. Again, if you take the time to make your map on the highest level on heroic, and with all the perks on it, all the directives full out, if you go through there and start liberating each control point, these target practices are going to start pulling up in all kinds of places. And once you do that, all you do is travel from point to point to point to finish it completely. Again, not asking, nor do I want any of you, my loyal listening fans, to screw this up on purpose. You're getting too much credits for a few minutes time. There's no reason to glitch it out, go away, come back. No, if you take the time to make your control points and you do that anyway, you've earned the right to come in here and make 329,000 experience for 3 minutes of work. And then just travel to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And you can level up real quick, safely, legally, morally. Some people may call it cheese. Okay, it's cheese, but it's in the game, it exists, and it's not illegal. It's nothing that isn't programmed in there. It's the easiest way to do it once you get good at getting a good shot. And guess what? This is a great opportunity to practice your shooting, to get good at shooting a target, going to the next target, shooting it. You need these kind of skills. So it's a great opportunity for a newer player to come in here, get some XP, and get better at the game. There's a reason it exists this way. This is Target Practice. This is BYERS. And I want to thank you for tuning in, watching the whole video. And I would love to have more like this. I would love to have you be able to watch more like this. So please hit that like button. Please, if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. Look me up on Facebook. If you're on Xbox, come in and join. Free to have some time together. I'm going to start a contest here pretty soon on one of the videos. So all that's there. And if you're a member, I'm going to pick you first out of the group. I want to be loyal to the people that are watching our channel and want to come to be better Division 2 agents. It's a great game. Sure, it's got a lot of bugs, I won't lie. Sure, it's got a lot of glitches. And yes, want to talking about glitches. There was a damage glitch last week, and there's rumors that there's something like it again. I want to put my 2 cents on that. Glitches are something that accidentally happens. When you have to press X, Y, Z to make something happen and do the hokey pokey and boom, you're in God mode, that's not a glitch. That's a backdoor. Programmers make this because they're not WYERS. They're not Dr. Disrespect. They're not Shroud. They're not these great gamers most of the time. They're programmers. They're developers. So to be able to make content that we keep people like me and you, or people like Shroud, Dr. Disrespect, entertained in a game, they got to create some way for their character to play a character that's better than what they really are. So they create a backdoor on a code that they do. So I suspect that one of the people at Massive that developed this backdoor has given it away to a few key people. Because there was no beta testing here, this is actually not a bad thing. If that person they entrusted that code into would have done 2 things. A, kept it to themselves, and 2, when they're testing, they don't go out there and run a 10-minute program or a 15-minute program, or they run up a kill total, or they go to the dark zone and start killing real players. These are things that should have never happened with that backdoor. The other thing that should never happen is that person should have never told anybody else. That was, if my theory is correct, and this was a backdoor created by a developer and given to a few key people, those few key people should have kept it to themselves. Did the development, came back and tried to find bugs. Because if the developer gave a good player this backdoor to go explore advanced content that most of us can't get to yet because Legendary was too hard because they set it at such a high difficulty, and they wanted to make sure it worked and was debugged. I think that's a great idea. But the problem is, obviously, something went wrong. If this was a backdoor, and I can't believe it was a glitch, if this backdoor got as public as it did, the people that entrusted the backdoor in the people that it was given to, or the person that created the backdoor gave it way to too many people, they're irresponsible. A, they should be fired for Massive. They shouldn't be playing with this game. 2, if the developer trusted a few key people and those few key people, then there's mistrust there, then it's time to find some new developers. New testers for you. You need to trust people that are going to shut their mouth, play the game, give you back your feedback to help us, the agents. So that's what I have to say about that. So with that aside, when these things happen, this is my input and this is my channel. If you ever come to my channel to find a glitch, it just won't happen. I'm not going to program any program or any video that says this is how to do a glitch. This is how to get damaged raw armor. And if you don't want to subscribe to my channel, I'm sorry for that. But I'm not going to be one of those people promoting any kind of glitches, errors, or cheats. Now, I admire the thought behind it or the possibility behind what some people did because they made it so public, it forced Massive to finally do something about it. And that's great. And it worked. But, again, there's enough content creators out there that's willing to do that. That's not me. I don't want to be part of the problem. I didn't make the back door. I didn't spread the back door. I didn't use the back door. So, with all that said, I wanted to stay out of the problem. So, if that means that I'm taking the moral high ground, then I apologize to all my friends out there and all my fans. But again, I do content corners to tell you about all the other guys out there that can do videos and do videos. And I'm not asking you to abandon me to go run into them. But what I am saying is if that's the kind of content you want, you won't find it here at Bear Essentials with BYERS. What I'm going to give you is things that can help you out that's legitimate. Yeah, they may be like this and cheese. Yes, I'm sorry. But I'm here to help, not here to do anything that could get you banned or for moral and immoral thing. So I've spent about 3 or 4 minutes on this rant. At the end of the video, I'm going to put it in the um, a message at the beginning that the last 4 minutes is a rant about the glitches and um, public announcement. So if people want to quit watching at that point, they can. So, but if you've made it this far, that means you're a real fan, um, and really have somewhat respect for what we do as content creators and what I'm trying to do is do the right thing. Above all, to do the right thing. To watch out for the players, but yet not cross over that line that causes other players problems. I don't want to give somebody a process that they go out in the dark zone and start ruining somebody else's day after that person had taken 6 months to get a build that they feel comfortable to go in the dark zone and defend themselves. And if somebody shoots at me, boy, I can take him down. Boom, they get shot in the head with 50 million shot from 400 meters away by an SMG. Come on, people. That's not right. And it's got to stop. Or you're going to ruin the game. You know, we need to run those toxic players, either get them to come down to do the right thing or get them out of this game. If there's people out here that want to come to the game when the going's good and there's a lot of people around and ruin the game and then complain, well, there's nobody here, the game sucks. Well, it's because people like you, the toxic player, is running people like me and a lot of my friends out of the game and going to a game that doesn't promote this kind of stuff. But I don't believe Division 2 is that. I've run into a great number of people that play this game, live this game, understand this game, and enjoy it. Yes, we have a lot of bugs, and I understand why Massive wanted to release this to get something out good. They wanted to keep the stuff secret, and they couldn't trust the game players to come in to do it and not release that. Ooh, Keener does this, or so and so is this at the end, and that's kind of sad. So again, we ran a little long, so I have to put that warning. The rant's going to last the last 6 minutes. So you have a great, blessed day. And again, this is BYERS with Bear Essentials. Hope to see you on the next video.